Hello, my name is Laura Hammonds, and this is my presentation on Murren, Switzerland. Enjoy! Hello everyone, this is my presentation on Murren, Switzerland for NRG 154 Alternative Energy Technologies, taught by Dan Casper at Delaware Technical Community College. The history of Murren dates back to the mid-13th century with the Walser migration. The Walser people originally settled in the canton of Valais, and they migrated to the Bernese Oberlands for reasons that we don't currently know. Murren is typically referred to as the village on the wall, likely due to its position high up in the cliffs. And it is known as the end of the road, which is funny because there is no road into Murren. It is only accessible by cable car. Murren was a small farming village, and then it became a resort town, and it was only in the 1960s that it was really open to the public, and we'll talk about that more in the next slide. Murren splits its cultural focus between its mountain village roots and its resort presence. Murren became a tourist attraction in the late 19th century when wealthy people began to build private chalets for their winter escapes. And it wasn't until the 1960s that Murren really became accessible to the public, and this was through their cable cars. Today, about 450 people live there full-time, and they make their living either through traditional agricultural means or through tourism. Cable cars are the only means of getting to or from Murren. There is no easily accessible roads to the village, and there's no driving within the village, so we won't be seeing very many cars. One thing that I found really interesting about Murren culturally is their cow culture. It's still very normal for families to raise dairy cows, and children in these families, instead of wanting to escape to the cities, fight with each other about who gets to keep the family's herd. The summer attractions in Murren are all centered around nature. And I think we're really lucky that we're going to be here during this time, and we will have a plethora of activities available to us. There are themed hikes and walks in the surrounding areas. We can view the nature reserve in Lauterbrunnen. There are 3 spectacular mountain summits that we will have full access to. And there's also the Schildhorn revolving restaurant, which was featured in a James Bond movie in the 60s. I believe it was the James Bond movie called In Her Majesty's Service. And basically, you get up to the peak at Schildhorn, and the restaurant itself revolves, and you get to see a full 360 view of the surrounding areas. The winter attractions are really what put Murren on the map in terms of tourism. Murren in the winter offers skiing, both slope skiing and cross-country skiing down in the valleys. They offer snowboarding, toboggan rides. There are still walking trails. There are 2 different ski races that are held in Murren in the wintertime. For any of us who really love adventure, probably wish that we were here during this time. This is one of the only area maps of Murren I could find that wasn't a map of their ski slopes. You can see it's in the southwest of the country. I believe it's the farthest south we'll be going on our trip. You can see Zurich and Lucerne and Interlaken and Lauterbrunnen, all of which we'll see during our time there. Murren is well known for the mountain peaks of the Eiger, the Munch, and the Jungfrau. These 3 peaks form a wall that separates the Bernese Oberlands in the canton of Bern from the canton of Valais. While we're in Switzerland, these peaks will all have snow on them. They can be climbed. I don't think any of us will necessarily be looking to climb them, but I'm certain we all look forward to seeing them and their beauty. Transportation is one of the main reasons why Murren has long been so secluded. Murren is quite high above the Valley of Lauterbrunnen, and it's only accessible by cable car. Now, cable cars are somewhat of a modern invention, so up until the mid-20th century, really, this was a very secluded place. And once you get into Murren, there's no cars, so traffic is either human-powered, foot traffic, bicycles, or it's powered by animals like donkeys or horses. And anyone who's ever been to my home state of Michigan, this would kind of remind you of Mackinac Island, which is an island in Lake Superior that you can only get to via ferry, and aside from emergency vehicles, there's only horses and humans providing transportation on the island, similar to the village of Murren. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in New Jersey on the 19th, and let's go to Switzerland!